Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to properly tag your artwork on Redbubble in order to increase your visibility in searches and increase your sales. I've also seen a few comments on my other videos that asked if I could show my month-to-month Redbubble sales and how I'm doing, and I would love to show you guys those updates. I figure that those type of updates don't actually need their own video because they are just something quick and it won't take probably more than a minute or two. But I thought I would sneak them into other videos so that you guys can still see them and see how I'm doing and have those questions answered for you. So that being said, I'll be showing my first monthly update in today's video. So make sure to watch this video until the very end to see how much money I made in May. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, more updates, more monthly sales reports, and anything and everything about print sites. But now let's get into what this video is about and start talking about tags. So my first guideline when thinking about how to tag your artwork is to do your research. So there are a few ways to do this. One way is to actually go onto Redbubble and search the type of artwork that you're about to post. So I'll show you in a minute how you can do this and where you can look to see the tags for images that other artists have posted. But the purpose of this is to kind of act as a checkpoint that you're going in the right direction with your tags and that you can see there's other relevant work that's similar to yours showing up when people search those keywords. So here I'm just going to search for an image that looks similar to mine. So mine is palm trees, so I'm typing in that keyword to see what I get. So obviously a bunch of palm trees have shown up here, which is perfect. That means that they're tagging their artwork properly and that I can look at their tags to get some inspiration because they've clearly done it right. So I just clicked on an image that was quite similar to mine so that I could find the most accurate tags, and now I'm just scrolling down to their tag section. So they have three different sections of tags. The top one and the bottom one are tagged by Redbubble using the tags you've put out, and the all product tags section is the tags that they have chosen for themselves. So as you can see, they have quite relevant tags to their artwork. Nothing is spammy and everything actually resembles their image. So these are definitely some good inspiration tags for me to take note of. So now I'm just going to go back and check out some other artwork to see if we can get any other better tags or just more tag inspiration. So I just wanted to click the first one that showed up because obviously that one has a good search result and see what they put. So I was pretty surprised to find out that they actually don't have many tags on their product at all. So maybe this is working to their advantage, but I would put a little bit more just so that you have a wider spectrum for when people are searching you. Now I'm going to search this by the best-selling pieces and see if they have anything else because obviously they are best-selling for a reason and they appear at the top of search results. So let's take a look at this black and white tropical palm tree t-shirt tag. So here they have added quite a few more tags than the last one, which I think is probably why they are a little bit more successful than that one. They tagged everything from what's in the image to the black and white aspect of the image, which I think is smart because I think the more specific you are, the more likely you are to find the right customer. Another way to do some research for your keywords is to go on Google Trends. So I'll show you that quickly here as well, but basically all you have to do is just type in whatever keyword you want and see if it's trending, if there's more search volume for it than in the past, then that might be a good tag to add onto yours, and it might even inspire you to create artwork that's trending. It's important to keep in mind that Google does pick up on your tags, so you do have the potential to be ranked on Google's search pages based on what keywords you've allocated to your artwork, so make sure you keep that in mind because it does go beyond Redbubble. So now I'll look into Google Trends to see what's trending and what people are searching for on the internet. So I'm going to enter some of my keywords that I thought would be relevant, like palm trees, and see that it is trending upwards, but overall it's been a pretty highly searched keyword in the past, so it's clearly going to continue going that way. Now I'm just trying another key term to see what might be popular, so I put beach, and same thing here, it's kind of consistent over time. And then tropical was kind of the same situation. This is a good way to find trends that are just starting out because if you see that there's a big spike in the recent past, then that means people are searching it and that it might be a good idea to put out some artwork on that topic. So after you've done a little bit of research and come up with a general idea of what might work for your image, it's time to brainstorm. So I'll do some brainstorming now with the image that I've chosen to use for this tutorial or case study, I guess. I'll show you guys how to brainstorm your tags based on the research and what else you think might be appropriate for that image. So now to make your tags, I'm just uploading the picture that I want to tag and showing you guys in real time what it would look like. So I just quickly put a title just to show you guys something you could do, making it similar to the tags. But now I'm brainstorming based on what I've seen in my research with the other prints and Google Trends, and then also just things that I think would be relevant to an image that looks like that. So keep in mind, you don't have to only tag what's obvious in the image. You can also tag, more lifestyle related topics or location related topics, as you saw in some of the other artwork pieces, so that you really are encompassing everything that someone looking for this picture might search for. So another cool feature you can easily use to tag your work is actually through Redbubble's uploading process. There's a way that you can duplicate old posts and just replace the image so that you have all of that previous information already saved to the new image. So that saves you a lot of time, and if the images are quite similar to each other, then it definitely makes sense to repeat some of the tags that you used in the past. So now I'm going to show you how you can do that on the Redbubble site and how you'd use it for your images. So now I'll show you guys the second way you can do this, and it's by copying existing work. So it's right beside the upload button, and now I'm searching in my library of pictures for something that's similar to the palm tree picture I want to upload. I already have uploaded it, but I'm just showing you guys for this video as an example. I'm going to click on this palm tree print and see what settings I had for it, and then just replace the initial image with the image that I want to upload now. Technically, you don't have to change anything else about this, but obviously you want to because you want to make it as relevant to the image you're uploading as possible. So it's a good starting point, but I definitely wouldn't just copy all of your artwork and duplicate the title or description. So for the sake of showing you how to do it properly, I just changed the title, and then I'll go into the tags. So as you can see, I have quite a few tags here, and I did this a while ago, so I hadn't done as much research into how to properly tag, so I'll definitely have to clean up some of my pieces as well, which is good advice to look back on some of your old work to make sure that it's still relevant and you haven't tag spammed. But here I'm just deleting some of the non-relevant ones and editing through them to make sure that I'm not spamming, and just editing through them. You can also add new ones at this point. You're definitely not limited to what was in the original copy, so keep that in mind as well. All right, so I'm happy with the amount of tags I have here, and I think that looks good for posting. So now that we've gone over how to find your tags and the best type of tags to use, I'm going to go over some best practices that can also help your search results. So with these best practices, I actually did some research of my own. I looked on Redbubble's site of what they recommend. I've looked at things that I've done in the past. And then I've also looked at just online feedback through comments on Redbubble's site about what other people have said that have been useful for them. So by no means are these strict guidelines, but they're things that people, and especially Redbubble, has said to stick by. So that definitely doesn't hurt to kind of follow their rules. So first and foremost, do not spam with your tags. After doing some research on Redbubble's website, I found a couple of contradicting articles, but basically they said that ideally you want between 10 to 20 tags on each post. So I found that kind of weird because for some of them it said no more than 10, but then other ones it said 20. So I feel like maybe they've done some updates, but I think as long as you're in that range, you're safe. For some reason, it actually allows you to do up to 50 tags, but I think that's only if you have extremely relevant tags for each one that you're using, and maybe there's a lot going on in the image that you're posting and you actually need to use all of them. But since even they don't recommend using that many tags, then I wouldn't recommend doing it either. Let me know if you have used that many tags, or if you use that many tags consistently and if it works well for you. I'd love to hear if anyone's tried that and why that would even be an option. So another thing to know about tag spamming is that when your tags aren't relevant, it can really annoy users that are trying to search for an image. So imagine if someone's searching for a beach-inspired image. They don't want to see a picture of a dog front and center because you used the word beach because you knew it'd be a popular tag. That not only disappoints the users, but it can also lower your presence on Redbubble because it will eventually be pushed to the bottom of the search results, since obviously people aren't going to click on it because it is not a beach and in fact it is a dog. Another interesting thing I saw on Redbubble is that you can use your name in the tags. So this is not something that I knew about before. I definitely want to try it out in my future uploads, but apparently it's a great way to do some marketing for yourself and build your brand in the Redbubble platform. So another reason this helps is because if someone comes to Redbubble specifically searching for your artwork, they might happen to search your name in the search bar as opposed to the type of artwork that you make. So then it'll pull up all of your artwork right away and give them kind of a broad picture of what you have to offer and easily allow them to find your site. Sometimes they might not have your site link, so that's why they might go through the search option. So you want to make sure that you cover all of your bases and that no matter how people look for you, they can find you and find your artwork. Another thing to keep in mind is that multi-word tags are totally fine to use. I think I've used these in some of my images, but I definitely haven't used it enough, but it's a smart way to kind of cover more of the keywords because you can actually use them in words that people search for together or in, a sentence. So I'm gonna try to test that a little bit more on my site and see how it works. But definitely don't be afraid to couple words together, especially if they're common things that go together or locations that you think would be more helpful if you put a few words together in the tag as opposed to one. And then my final tip is that you can always change or add more tags. So this is good to know because you're not stuck with the initial tags that you put on the image when you uploaded it. Especially as beginners, this is sometimes reassuring because you might not know what you're doing when you initially sign up and might not make the best use of your tags. I know that's what I did. I only had a few tags for each image initially. So once I found out that you do need a few more tags than, 1 or 2 terms, I went back into those images and added more. But you can also just constantly update them. If you see that something's trending that's relevant to your tag, you can add that word in there so that it comes up in those searches. Or you can even look back and see if some of your tags were not as relevant as you thought they were and brainstorm better ones that you can update them with. So that was all I had for my how to tag your artwork on Redbubble video. I think that these are some good tips to get started and kind of common practice to maintain as you upload more and more art. I feel like there really isn't any magic way to get the best tags. You just have to kind of get the hang of it and do a little bit of research beforehand and make sure that anything that you tag, you can actually see how it relates to the image. I've also heard of a program called Merge Titans, which automatically generates tags for you. I have not used that yet, so I didn't want to put it in this video because I honestly have no experience with it and I don't know if it's good or bad. So I'm gonna definitely try that out for another video and see what I think about it and if I think it's worth recommending and using on your own site. But thank you to everyone in the comments who have made me aware of this because I actually had no idea it existed before, so stay tuned for another video on that. So now that I'm done talking about tags, I'll move on to what some of you might be watching this video for, and that is my monthly income from Redbubble. So I'll go ahead and share how much I made in the month of May on my Redbubble store. By no means is this me trying to show off my sales or anything like that, but a lot of you guys have requested to see these monthly updates in the comments, so I thought it'd be a fun way to share how my store is going and hopefully motivate you guys to continue pushing out your stores. And if you're wondering why my necklace is gone, it's because I'm filming this much later on in the day. I realized when I was looking over the footage that I forgot to introduce my monthly earnings, so I'm just coming back filming it now. So as promised, here are my sales for the month of May. I'm just gonna go into my sales history to pull it up. Okay, so here is just the item by item overview, but I'll go into my payment history to show you the final amount. So I'm expected to be paid $552.93 on June 15th. Of course, some of my pending sales might actually turn into my earnings to be paid before then. I'm not sure how much of that will actually go towards my June payment, so for the sake of being accurate, right now it's just at $552 American dollars. And I'll just go into showing you guys some of the items I sold this month because I think it's kind of cool to look at what people have bought, and it just shows that people really do buy everything from your shop, not just stickers. So there's a little look into what I made for the beginning of June. It's pretty similar in May, just kind of a random mix of stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys like that, and I will definitely continue showing more of those in the future. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. As a side note, you guys can probably see that I'm in a new background today. I have officially moved into the new house with my boyfriend, so I'm super excited to take you guys on kind of the house tour journey. Right now it's a bit of a mess because we just finished repainting it and moving most of our stuff, but we still have a lot of work to do. So I've been taking progress photos and progress videos throughout this whole process. So once we're actually done, I'll compile it all together in a video so you guys will be able to see what the house looks like when it's ready. So yeah, that was just a little bit of an insight of what's going on in my life and the new surroundings that I'm in case you guys were curious. I don't know if you guys even noticed. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more about print sites, but also if you want to see more about my house updates and what's going on in my life that way. So I'll keep you guys updated on that when it's ready. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.